This is our hometown team.
That was my first year in pro ball.
The energy was so infectious.
This isn't Yakima anymore. This is going to be very special.
Gosh, it's already been 10 years. You know, it feels like we just moved here. Our team was in Yakima since 1990, and I was there starting in 2001. It became evident that, you know, our ballpark that we played in there was going on, I believe, 20 years old or so, and there wasn't a lot of appetite for a new ballpark or renovation in Yakima. At the same time, the Portland Beavers were leaving the Portland metro market.
It was tough to leave. Some of the diehard fans, weren't enough of them, but to leave some of our diehard fans in Yakima. Did the best to put on the finale we could for the Yakima fans.
We spent close to 2 years looking at a bunch of different cities, talking to city officials in a bunch of different cities, and trying to find the right situation where we could develop a partnership with the municipality, build a stadium, and launch a new team and launch a fan base. And fortunately for us, we were able to find the city of Hillsboro. From day one, they were excited about the opportunity. They were excited about bringing baseball back to the Portland Metro and having it be in Hillsboro. They had the financial ability to build a stadium.
Now, the one thing about the transition that was scary was, will there be a ballpark ready for us to play in? Because we had a lot of faith that it would be done in time, but it was a very short construction time period.
We got a deal done within probably 6 months, 4 to 6 months. Broke ground on the stadium a few months after that. I believe we signed the lease in June and broke ground in September. And then we were handed the keys on June 9th, I'll never forget that day, of 2013, and played our first game just a few days later. I think I blacked out for most of it just because everything that was going on.
I remember pulling up on opening day and feeling like I couldn't be early enough, that there were so many people outside of the gate.
Have fun, go Hops. The Hillsboro Hops, grand opening, right? Welcome, folks, enjoy the game.
People were going crazy over our brand and the merchandise, so there was no stopping. There was just one person after another.
The minute they said the Hops tickets were on sale, we were in line.
It was like, this is really going to happen. We have a first-class ballpark for a first-class franchise for a first-class community.
Home plate, the same home plate that was at PGE Park in downtown Portland when the AAA baseball team left, was brought here ceremonially.
If you are a baseball fan in Hillsboro, Washington County, or the Rose City, you are a-washing goosebumps.
We all got to throw out the first pitch, and that was just amazing to be out there in front of that many people with that amount of energy and that kind of excitement.
People missed baseball, and they were so excited that this was back in Portland, and especially in Hillsboro.
And I'm describing professional baseball action in the Portland area, not just the Portland area, but Hillsboro, where I live. It was amazing.
The first pitch in the history of the new Hillsboro ballpark, in there for a strike, to a round of applause, and we are underway on this Monday, June 17th, 2013.
Baseball has these things that seem to be written in the stars.
I don't even remember, I don't think we won that game.
The Hops won that night over Eugene 12-0.
Or maybe we did.
And Hillsboro scored a run in each of the first 6 innings of that game.
I can't even remember because I was so busy selling t-shirts.
It is out of here! Jordan Parr puts the lumber to 1. The first home run at the new Hillsboro ballpark.
Hops have played almost 800 games now. It's the only time in franchise history, home or road, that the Hops have ever scored a run in 6 consecutive innings in the same game. The first 6 innings we ever played at home.
All of us who were there also remember this incredible double rainbow, full 180 degrees. And there's no doubt that on that night with the rainbow, the Hops were the pot of gold at the end.
And then we blinked and the game was over. And I think we all pretty much just collapsed in the office, exhausted. with huge smiles on our faces that we pulled it off.
I ended up working that first day. I was here for 18 hours, and I'm on my way home. It's 4:30 in the morning. I call my dad, and I know he's gonna be sleeping, so I leave him a message, and I just said, like, I'm going home. I just, my first day of working for the Hops. I know what I want to do for the rest of my life. Like, I had so much fun. I cannot believe that this is a career. Like, people do this.
We knew the first year would be popular because it's new. Everyone wants to check it out and try it out.
I mean, it's always cool to be a part of something, new, especially like the Hops. I mean, the field was amazing. I think for me, the coolest things are the amount of fans that we'd get per game.
It was it was strange for us because it wasn't something we were used to.
I'm like, do people not work? 6,000 fans on a Monday. I'm like, it's insane. And then you look at the lawn and it's packed, On my off days when I was in the bullpen, I'd interact with fans out, in center field.
These were real baseball fans. Like, they were hurting to see the Beavers go. And for it to come back, and not just come back, but come back in Hillsboro, that was very meaningful to this community.
For me, it was just completely eye-opening and different. So, I mean, a part of my career was just kind of, I kind of got spoiled early, I guess. It's like you start off in Hillsboro and then kind of go to Kane County. It's completely different out there.
We barely missed making the playoffs in 2013, and Joan and I flew to Boise for that last series, just hoping, that we could watch them celebrate. And they missed it by one game. But that weekend, Kyle Scapel threw a no-hitter.
Reading Gutierrez, nods yes, into his one, the 1-2 to Penalver, swung on and missed. A no-hitter for Kyle Scapel.
A no-hitter at any level is still something, to really get excited about.
When we moved to the team here, our mantra was don't mess it up. We're moving to a great market with great sports fans, great community involvement. Don't set a bunch of arduous policies. Just stay back, let people have fun.
The players noticed that there's a lot of energy coming out of the fans here, that they're really into this thing. And that's when we knew this was going to happen. This was going to be a long-term success story.